Hey everyone, today I'll be filming my TBR for the Owl's Magical Readathon. This readathon is hosted by Book Roasts and I will link their original announcement video down below. I only found out about this readathon today and I got so super excited about it that I just had to film this immediately and I definitely wanted to join. Does this however mean that I won't be doing the viewers pick my next read video I was planning on doing, in which you guys get to pick my fantasy? I will do that video because I am super excited about letting you have some input in what I read and what types of videos I make. So if you have any comments or book suggestions, video suggestions, always feel free to leave those in the comments below and that video will come. It's just not right now because right now I will be doing the Owl's Magical Readathon. If you've never heard of this, it's a readathon based on Harry Potter, on the Owl's exams that the students of Hogwarts have to take in their 5th year. There's also a Newt's Readathon, which happens in August, I believe, which is the exams the students have to take in their 7th year. All of this will be explained more thoroughly and better in the original video, but that's just the short gist of it. For the Owls, it's basically each subject you can take at Hogwarts has a prompt. If you complete that prompt, you've passed that subject. The host of the readathon has also made careers, which is something I find super exciting and interesting. In this case, you pick a career that you think matches you best or that you want to try or how challenging you want to make the readathon. And each career has some certain goals that they have to reach to be able to take that career after Hogwarts. For example, a career will state how many owls you have to take and in which classes you need to get those owls. They also say which newts you need to pass in August and which grade you have to get on those newts. I found this super exciting. However, I don't have much time in April to read, so I picked my career based on how much reading I would have to do. And so I picked a career that only had 3 owls. So that is my main goal for this readathon. I have, however, picked out a book for almost every prompt, and I will show you those. If I have more time than I expected to read, or if I just get through the books really quickly, I will try to get more of the books done, more owls that I pass. So the career that I chose is journalist/writer. Are you often found surrounded by dozens of parchment rolls, spilled ink and various quills? Writing stories down and making them come to life is something you live for? You might consider writing as your career. Whether your ambition is to see your book featured at a front display of Flourish and Bloods, to be stocked at Hogwarts Library, or even to become a best-selling author in Muggle publishing, you can do it all on your own. All you need is your clever mind, sharp tongue, ink and parchment. This is a very autonomous career path. However, there are many creative writing groups and magical writing tools and trinkets conventions that will never let you feel lonely. You do not necessarily need to hold any specific qualifications from Hogwarts to start your independent writing career. However, if you are looking into the enchanting creative writing course, or you want to work as a reporter with a newspaper agency like Daily Prophet, the below requirements can offer general guidance. Key traits: credibility, imagination, thoroughness. Requirements: owls you need to get. History of magic, Muggle studies, one other subject of your picking. Newts: an E in history of magic, an A in Muggle studies, an A in one more subject of your picking. The subject that I have chosen to take is divination. I will now tell you the prompts for those subjects and which books I have picked. For history of magic, you have to read a book that was published at least 10 years ago. For this prompt, I have chosen to read Narnia. This, however, is the complete chronicles of Narnia, and I will not be reading all of it. I'll just count the first book in the series. The next class you have to take is Muggle Studies. The prompt for Muggle Studies is to read a contemporary. There are a lot of choices for this, and this choice is the least choicey one I've made, I guess. I haven't really made a decision. I might change this out during the course of the readathon for another book. But for now, I've chosen A Quiet Kind of Thunder by Sara Barnard. It's a book about a girl who doesn't speak, I believe, and a guy who can't hear. I'm not fully certain of that, but I did think it sounded very interesting when I came across it in the bookstore and bought it, obviously. So I am very interested in reading this, and this is my contemporary pick for right now. The next class you have to take to become a journalist or writer is that you just need to get an owl in any subject you choose. I chose divination because the prompt for that is a book set in the future. And my friend borrowed me a book a long time ago that I really want to actually read, which is The Jewel. And as far as I'm aware, this is set in a dystopian future. So The Jewel will be the book that I'll be reading first during the readathon, and will be for divination. So those are the 3 books that I definitely want to read during this readathon, so that I'm going to get the owls to become a journalist/writer, and I can participate in the Nudes readathon in August. However, I will now take you through all the other subjects and the prompts those have, and which book I have chosen to read for that prompt if I get to it. The first subject you can take is Ancient Ruins, and the prompt for that is a retelling. For that, I have chosen the book 1,000 Nights, which is a retelling of the Arabian fairy tale 1001 Nights. It is by A.K. Johnston. That's not how you pronounce the K in English, it's K. A.K. Johnston. It's also not how you pronounce the A. Right, English. Which is written by E.K. Johnston. The next subject is arithmancy. For arithmancy, you have to read a book that was written by more than one author. For this, I have chosen You Know Me Well by Nina LaCour and David Levithan. The next class is astronomy. The prompt for astronomy is to read a book with the word star in the title. I have no books with the word star in the title on my bookshelves, so I've chosen not to fill this prompt because I already know I won't get to every subject and every prompt. So this is a subject I will not be taking this year. Then the next subject is Care of Magical Creatures. The prompt for which is to read a book with a land animal on the cover. I have chosen to read Narnia for that. You can see there's a lion on my cover, and because this is, I think, 7 books in one, I will just read the sequel to the first book in the series. The next subject you can take is Charms. The prompt for Charms is to read an adult novel. I have read a lot of adult novels for the past year because I've read mostly only for school, and I'm very excited that I don't have to read for school anymore. I've just finished the last book I have to read for school today, so I won't be filling this prompt either because I just really want to get to the YA books that are on my shelves. Then the next subject you can take is Defense Against the Dark Arts. The prompt for which is Readathon, a spell, and you have to choose a book that starts with the letter R. For this, I have chosen Rebel, Bully, Geek, Pariah by Erin Lange. I've read Dead Ends by Erin Lange and really enjoyed it, so I'm very excited to get to this book. The next subject is herbology. For herbology, you have to read a book with a plant on the cover. For that, I have chosen Moonlight Dreamers by Siobhan Curham. I don't know how you pronounce her name, but Moonlight Dreamers is probably a bit of a reach, but there is a tulip right here, which means it counts as having a plant on the cover. Then the next subject is Transfiguration, which means you have to read a book with either sprayed edges or a red cover. For Transfiguration, I have chosen A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sara J. Maas, the cover of which is red. I might also switch out 1001 Nights for this if I only get to one of the prompts, depending on which I feel more like, because this is of course also a retelling. It's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I hope you can still see me and the books don't tower over my camera view. The last class you can take is Potions. For Potions you have to read a sequel. For that I have chosen The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater, which is a sequel to The Raven Boys. So these are the picks for my Owl's Magical Readathon, which I will be focusing on The Jewel, Narnia, and a contemporary. It might not be A Quiet Kind of Thunder. It might also be one of the others on this pile, or even another one on my shelf. I'm looking very much forward to this readathon. It sounds super exciting and I love all the effort that's been put into it and all the twists and games it has. So if you're also joining the readathon, please let me know. I would love to know which books you've chosen. If you've chosen a career path, which career path you've chosen. Please let me know in the comments below. And again, thanks for watching. The link to my previous video will be up on the screen somewhere. And I hope you enjoyed. Bye!